What are your patterns? When you really think about it, right? Where we are in life is just a direct result of our patterns. Like humans are creatures of habit, and the habits that we have are just patterns of our behavior. For example, right, me right now, if I look at where I am in life, there are a few patterns that I can see emerging. One is eating out with family slash friends, spending money needlessly. Two is investing or buying courses and books and mentorships that I can't afford, that I have to rely debt to actually afford, right? And another one would be sleeping late and waking up early. So getting very little sleep, which makes me then sleep in the afternoon or feel really tired in the afternoon. And another pattern is not being strict with my diet, or maybe staying at home, which caused me to go off my diet because I'm not in an environment that is suitable for my diet, right? Or maybe it's playing video games with my brother, or maybe it's not concentrating on what's most important, or maybe it's not following through with the non-negotiables that I set for myself, like posting content and whatnot. And so when I look at my life and where I am in life, it's a direct result of those habits. And so the most important thing you can do is take note of what those bad patterns are and then flip them on their head, right? And that's something that I really, really need to work on. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's really the environment that you're in that really does dictate your success, but ultimately the environment that you're in is your fault, right? So I can choose to stay in my apartment. I can choose to, even in this environment, I can say, no, 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 I want to do this, that. But I succumb to the temptations to not following through with what I say I would do. And that's kind of daunting, right? I know like 1 or 2 videos ago, I was like, I'm millionaire Pete. And sometimes broke Pete just comes out out of nowhere. And I really need to utilize myself more often and talk it out. And I'm going to have a whole debrief tomorrow when I actually have my laptop in front of me. But yeah, when I think about where I'm at in life, it's definitely a result of my patterns, and you as well, right? For the good and the bad. It's not just only the bad or only the good, but it's both. And that the sum of those, the average of those, that's what makes us us. And that's where we are in life. I received a really, really kind message from this person on LinkedIn that I will need to look into. But for a little preview for you guys, I was also listening to Sam Evans about it, and I hear this, common theme all the time, and it's like, be different, like be unique. If you're just like everyone else, then you're gonna be, what's the word? Disposable. No, that's not the word. You're gonna be a commodity, right? You're not gonna be something that is high value, something that is unique, and something that is one of one. And so this guy told me that, Peter, hey, you have a lot of great energy and you're an authentic guy. What you can do is become a longevity entrepreneur, longevity partner. And I was like, not a coach, not a, fat loss coach, not a fitness coach, not a, what these personal trainers, but a partner, an entrepreneur, longevity partner. I was like, So that's just some food for thought, something that I'm working on right now. But there's a lot of stuff I need to work on, if I'm being completely honest. But I need to get my sleep for tomorrow. Work as hard as I can. Gonna make it happen. And there's nothing really else to say except I need to get to work. So I'm gonna go to sleep. Tomorrow's Alex Hormozi's book event. By the way, the reason why I said I'm one of my patterns buying stuff that I cannot afford right now, using debt to actually, afford it. I bought Alex Hormozi's not only his not only his hardcover book, but also the 15 books And with it comes the closer framework handbook and also the advertisement handbook. And I really thought about it. I talked myself into it too. I talked myself about it. But I think that the closer framework, like sales, having a resource that not many other people have, and having that in my arsenal, in my toolbox, I think that's gonna be very helpful. But that's pretty much it for today. Really somber kind of vlog, but I'm quite disappointed in myself, to be honest. So all I can really do is look forward, get better every single day, be better daily, and that starts with getting my sleep. So that's pretty much it for today. This is PLOG V1.38. Peace out.